Hello and welcome to my matchup guide. In this video I'll be going over the Ram, Leo, Baiken, Kai, and Nago matchups. I'll be going over how their normals and specials interact with the typical Happy Chaos game plan, with the main focuses being on neutral and offense with occasional defensive options. And I'm trying to fit in as much as I know, but I obviously don't know everything about every matchup, so if there's something I miss and you think others should know about, feel free to comment below. Let's get right into it. Ram's 2K is a bit stubby but can still stop 6S. Her 2S, however, is a very strong low poke, and it can low profile 6S well. As you probably knew, her far slash is extremely far range and has a good disjoint, making it very difficult to poke against. It can stuff steady aim startup from a great distance away, and even trying to punish it with IED-JS is not always a great option due to it hitting so high up. With Curse on her, it's possible to whiff punish, but without it, it's very difficult due to 5H still reaching and hitting before steady aim startup could finish if you're trying to react to the far slash. Scapegoat can be used to make her think a little more before swinging. Her IED-JS is also a problem because it can be used to avoid curse and attack, potentially hitting you out of steady aim startup. However, your 2K low profiles it enough that you can completely avoid it as long as they don't delay. It can be done from close and lead to a combo with 2-3-6S, or from far away and combo with 6K shot. Your 2K will also low profile her IED-J214S, which is also very difficult to anti-air. Both her sword tosses will hit you out of steady aim, but they leave her with one less sword and low reward unless your back is near the wall. When she does her flip to reset pressure, you can do 5P 6S steady aim to punish, or if you're really ready for it, you can do 5P 2-3-6S and get a side switch combo. Her sword toss is not nearly as useful after blocking a charge shot. Daru can reach from really far away and lead to a combo on counter hit, but is punishable on block, so they're more likely to use far slash. Her far slash will beat you poking to stuff her run up and will also hit steady aim from a further distance than you may expect. Doing focus against her will almost always leave you in far slash range because of her dash speed. To stop this, Scapegoat can help, but she can flip over it, so it's not like it completely stops her. So make sure to mix up what you do after focus, though she is one of the hardest characters to zone. Leo's step dash has good range, but he doesn't have good disjoints to go with them. 2S can stuff his dash 5Ks, but pretty consistently trade with his 2D, which is supposed to low crush, so it's much better than outright losing, and it puts you back to full screen making checks with 2S strong. His far slash or heavy slash into stance gives him the unique property to ignore the gunshots, making them miss completely. Since he's limited in movement, it's best to go from steady aim into curse to gain distance. He is vulnerable to lows, so 2S is especially strong in this situation. His fireball is pretty fast, especially up close, so it can be difficult to deal with, but from a decent distance you can still punish him. Also, since it's multi-hitting, it goes through Scapegoat, so you can't just ignore it. To deal with H fireball, it's best to do steady aim shot, and then 214S into IED, and then follow it up with more shots. His fireball isn't fast enough to stop the zoning from far away. His best far range option is dash into 2-3-6S, but this gives him almost no reward for max range. Dash 2D is far reaching but slow, so it's not that good for him. Leo's DP is especially annoying because of how far forward it reaches. If he doesn't FD, end block strings with 2-3-6S to be plus and spaced, or end with 2D into gunshot to be spaced. But even at range, doing 2D into gunshot can be punished. The timing is strict, but you can true string for a while and potentially hit him for trying to DP or make him waste a charge. Close slash into dash carry 2-3-6S can let you go for a throw to punish his DP startup. Also roll can go under his DP. Baiken's far slash is very disjointed to the point where it won't even reach round start, but if you're further back and use your own disjointed 2S you'll lose. Her 2S is disjointed too, but it's about even in range and disjoint with your 2S. Her 2H is not as useful against you since you'll mostly be poking with lows, so you can stuff it or punish it with 2K or 2S for a full combo. Baiken JS is very strong and can hit you out of steady aim from far away. If you see them jump at you after curse, you can do dash 6S. Scapegoat is a very strong tool against Baiken. Since most of her moves have a lot of recovery besides far slash, you can punish her 2S and 2H. Her far slash can be safe, but her cancel options are slow, so she would likely lose if you try to 6S or 2S on reaction to her trying to poke through. Kabari is very strong, but if Scapegoat takes the first hit, 6S will almost guarantee a hit since it has a lot of recovery and the follow-up is slow. If they instant cancel or delay cancel into the follow-up, they will get punished as long as you aren't too slow. She is also one of the smallest characters in the game, so 2K 2D 2-3-6S is more likely to whiff on her, and after 2-3-6S, you may need to microdash 5K for it to connect near the end of combos. Baiken parry is very dangerous to deal with, but if you bait it successfully, you get a great punish. Just like DP characters, be careful about doing frame traps, but luckily she cannot parry gunshots. From 5k, you can do 2D or dash carry 2-3 success to be plus and threaten with an unparryable gunshot. If they tend to parry a lot, you can either hard bait it or go for throws more often. The other time to watch out for parry is post knockdown. Scapegoat will not protect you from it, but you can trigger the parry and stay safe if you do a far away 2S. But knockdown into focus, into steady aim, into fast cancel run forward seems to be the safest way to continue pressure. It will stuff mashing, and if you have the bullets, you can true string into more pressure or right into a 50-50 if you have basically all your shots. Kai's 2S is strong, but your 2S outranges it. His far slash does reach further, so you will consistently lose to it, but if you get close, you can low profile part of it with 2k or 2S. His 6H is a monster and will hit your pokes from very far away. Kai's fireballs are slow with a lot of recovery, so you should be able to punish them full screen pretty consistently, especially H fireball. If you want to get a combo from the punish, from a charge shot, 2-1 for S cancel into dash, then do 2 shots into 6S. His fireball super can be rolled under, but can hit your steady aim startup from far away, preventing you from avoiding it, though he has to do this on a read. The major tool in this matchup is Stun Dipper. Once you see he has meter, prepare yourself for it. If he's cursed, you can still hit him out of the startup frames from a decent distance, but it's not always going to work. Scapegoat helps a little bit, but since it's 2 hits, it will still reach you, so you have to stuff it, or avoid it, or block preemptively. Luckily, you get a full punish on a block Stun Dipper with 2S into shots. While he has good range, his run-up far slash as a safer option is significantly slower. He will have to rely on dash blocks to get close, or guesses with Stun Dipper. In block strings, if you react to H fireball startup, you can punish with far slash and a charge shot for a big punish. And you can either jab Fujark out of startup or do delayed 2p to counter hit him. And remember, if you're not in shock state and he does it, stand blocking will make you plus, so 2p 236s is a good option to stop him from stealing a turn. Even at blood level 0, Nago's 2S and 5H will outrange yours. You also cannot low profile his 5H. Since he is slow, running around with a gun out can keep him trapped and scared to press buttons as long as he doesn't have access to his movement specials. Since he is so big, curse is easier to get on him than most others. Also because he's big, IDJ 1 or 2 or 3k can be used to get into or out of situations. This is especially useful getting out of the corner. As a character with large slow buttons, Scapegoat is strong against him. However, make sure not to overstep too much or you may get grabbed. Nago has very scary round starts. His DP leads into a wall break, so you may be tempted to curse to back off, but his far slash counter hits it and leads to wall break, so if you're brave, you can contest, but backing off and staying safe is important early. Fast BRC into Beyblade can counter hit you out of steady aim, and the same goes now for Fukio forward into Beyblade. He still has to time it early enough that he hasn't been locked on yet, but it's still something to be mindful of. When Nago is at over blood level 2, if you get him full screen, he cannot approach. His lack of dash stops him from getting in on the ground quickly, and his super jump can be guard crushed every time to send him right back where he came from. Even when getting resources, he cannot successfully get in. That's all for now. Like I said, if there's something you think I missed, let me know down below. Thank you for watching.